Product Lifecycle by the Supply Chain Gang. Our textbook defines the product lifecycle as the characterization of product growth, maturity, and decline over time. It is important to understand it because when goods and services change, so must the processes and value chains that create and deliver them. The traditional product lifecycle consists of four phases: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. To grasp the concept, let's consider the life cycle of some Apple products. In the introduction phase is Apple's latest innovation, the Apple Watch. Before officially launching the product to the masses, Apple gave prototypes of the watch to what marketers call the innovators and opinion leaders. In the case of Apple, these people probably work in the media or are highly regarded in the tech and fashion world. By giving the watches to the opinion leaders first, Apple is able to create buzz and demand for the watch before it's even available for pre-sale. By the time the watch went on pre-sale, thousands of early adopters were waiting online to order. Early adopters are people that like to keep up with what's new and enjoy having the newest technology first. At the introduction stage, the distribution of the watch is more narrow. You can't find it everywhere yet. For example, the Palm Desert Apple Store currently only carries about 4 different models available for immediate purchase, the lower-end cheaper ones. If you want one of those 38 models, like the 38mm rose gold with granada leather strap, you will have to order online and wait for delivery, or visit one of their larger retail locations. Once early adopters get their watches and start showing it off or writing good reviews about it, it will only be a matter of time before distribution for the product grows and the late majority decide to purchase the item. In the introduction stage, there is little or no competition, but sales tend to be low as interest builds and profits are low because of all the marketing money that went into the launch. Now let's take a look at Apple's latest iPhone model, the 6 or the 6 Plus. The product model has been out for some time now. We can regard the iPhone 6 as being in the growth stage. In the growth stage, the innovators and early adopters have long had the item. In fact, they are probably ready for the iPhone 7. At this stage, Apple has most likely regained its investment of developing the new iPhone model, as it is now in the profit zone. Because more units are being sold, the unit cost to manufacture is reduced. Distribution for a product in the growth stage is much more widely available. You can walk into any Apple retail store and many other large retail locations like Best Buy and Target and find it on the shelves ready for purchase.
As we all know, Apple is infamous for always coming at us with something new. And when something new comes out, it makes the older models look really not cool. Here, at the maturity stage, we find products like the older iPhone models. The iPhone 5, for example, that works perfectly fine, is much cheaper to buy, but is much less attractive. Also at the maturity stage is the iPad. As we have seen, Apple has not been making drastic changes to its current fleet of iPad models, but it does continually upgrade them by improving the built-in cameras or making the iPads lighter weight. Apple is still making iPads and they're still selling just fine, but growth is not as rapid as it used to be. In the maturity stage, it's likely that even the late majority has given in and purchased the product. Take a look around. Everyone from 2-year-old toddlers to 90-year-old seniors have and use iPads on a regular basis. Because the item is selling at a high volume, the cost to manufacture is low. Also, Apple is not spending as much money on marketing the product as it had previously. While there is a lot of product competition at the maturity stage, Apple only has to invest small increments to successfully promote the product.
In fact, the iPad has a lot of competition. Every other manufacturer has its own tablet on the market, and some have great features that Apple doesn't. The Apple iPad even competes with its own product, like the iPhone 6 Plus. While the iPad
created using Powtoon.